understand you. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut up before I ankle pick you.
All right, so we're gonna do Connor.
Yeah, Connor too. Right now, I'm the biggest Connor fan out of anyone else in the universe. And right now, fuck that guy. What are we doing, bro? Who the fuck is this guy? He's pulling out of pressers. He potentially might be pulling out of the fight. There's a couple of rumors going on right now. I know I saw some Ariel Helwani videos earlier that were like, apparently the press conference thing wasn't anything. There wasn't like drama behind it. At least from Ariel's sources, he's saying like it wasn't something where like, oh, there could be this story, there could be that. I know people were talking about potentially Connor's calling the fight off, and then the whole pay-per-view thing that was going on too. Like, there's rumors going around that it could potentially be a hot piss test. And I think the fact that the UFC, no one has said anything other than, hey, we apologize that the press conference is postponed. They didn't use the word cancel, which is kind of PR speak, like Chael Sonnen was saying. But, they said the press conference is postponed, sorry to the fans, whatever. And, like, usually when something says postponed, they'll either like come out with another date or they'll just like say, hey, this press conference isn't going to happen. We'll see you on, when's the fight? Like June 29th or some shit. We'll see you on June 29th or whatever. But there's been no word of that. Conor made a response where he briefly was like, oh, thank you to my fans for being supportive. Sorry that this didn't happen, whatever. But he didn't mention Chandler at all, saying like, hey, we couldn't make this press conference happen, but I'll see you in the octagon or any of that kind of shit. So it's like there's something going on, and I think the fact that the UFC hasn't addressed it, Dana hasn't addressed it, both Chandler and Conor haven't addressed it, and I think Chandler was like posting like self-help quotes or some shit. Like weird shit's there's something going on, and I think it's on Conor's side, whether or not that is like a hot piss test or he just pulled out of the because Chael Sonnen was saying like a lot of people think that Conor is not training, not taking it serious, but potentially him pulling out of this presser was him taking it serious. In the past, Conor has had to be at the location of his fight like 3 weeks in advance, right? He likes to get acclimated. He likes to train at altitude. He likes to fight in those conditions and train in those conditions that on the night he's going to fight in. Conor could have potentially canceled it and gone, you know what? I'm going to focus up. I'm going to tell the fight night. I'm locked in. I don't want to do all the press shit. I want to make sure I'm ready, good to go on my comeback shit, whatever, and we'll get to the press shit later. I don't know. But if this fight gets canceled, man, and this is coming from one of the biggest fucking Conor Glazers out there, bro, it's going to be really hard to defend this guy. I'm going to be pissed, bro. I got a bottle of Proper 12 sitting right over there, and I might smash that shit. I might get mad. I really might.
I've been seeing the Connor fans kind of buck down the past couple months. Like, he's just making it really, really, really hard for people to stand by him because...
Dude.
What?
I said he's making it so hard.
Yeah, like... It's just like, I feel like for sure people would still like buy pay-per-views if he actually had a fight, but I think he's gonna have a hard time getting a gauge for how excited people are as time goes on because he's just so non-committal and so all over the place, and people don't like that chaos shit. Like they like it for like a little bit, but if you start fucking testing people's patience, like it gets old quick.
Well, and it's not the Conor that everyone fell in love with. The Conor of old is anywhere, anytime, any place. I've never said no. I've never turned down a fight. I've fought injured. I've been double champ. I've done all these things, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. So now it's like, if you're not doing that, hey man, what are we doing? Like you're known as the guy. I never say no to a fight. I'll fight fucking anyone. He even almost fought fucking RDJ's bum ass. You know what I mean? Like the guy literally was the guy who never turned out to fight. He never called off a press conference. He was going to and from places. We've seen his interviews, all of the crazy, his whole Jose Aldo buildup. He did it fucking all over Brazil like that. Like, so for him to turn down a press conference, and it's unconfirmed that it's Conor's fault, but it seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, it could honestly be Chandler if it's a piss test, because let's be honest, Chandler's always look ridiculous. Like, bro, look like, you know how people talk about, or Theo Vaughn said about Joe Rogan's abs? That's literally what Chandler looked like. His whole belly looked fucking protruded.
That's HGH. That's called Palumboism. That's what that's called. You got that.
Chandler Ben had.
I don't think it's Chandler. From what I heard, Chandler had his bags packed and everything, and he was about to be on the plane, and then he got the call. This shit's dead. The press conference dead. So I really don't think it's Chandler's side. There's no way they would let him be all the way to the plane. It has to be Conor's Hollywood ass.
Either Conor or the UFC, but the weird statement that they came out with is that, at least what Conor's statement was like, hey, in talks with the UFC, due to things outside of our control, the press conference has been canceled. But that's a weird angle to take if it's outside of your control, why has nobody said anything of why it was canceled? It's outside of your control, okay, so you should be able to be like, hey, Ireland, due to safety concerns or whatever, said, let's not do it or whatever. But nobody commented.
Also, the crazy thing is, why does the presser need to be canceled if you have Oliveira as a backup?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
It's weird, man. There's something weird going on, and until we get the full story, like, we won't know. There's also claims that Conor might have gotten an injury that it just isn't reported right now, and we know Conor has been injured in the past. I mean, if you watch his documentary, you've seen it. He still shows up to the octagon, injured or not, like a lot of people in the UFC do. The reality is, you guys are fighting in a sport that's fucking brutal, and it takes a toll on your body. And most nights you're going in there, you're not going to be 100%. Your stomach might feel fucked up, or I have some tweaks, some injuries here and there, but adrenaline gets you through it on a fight night. But it's like, if there is an injury that, like, Conor is currently trying to go to the doctor for and work on and see if he can still fight, that would make sense as to why they're not saying anything yet, because if they come out and go, hey, Conor's injured, that means the fight is off. But if Conor's able to go, and like in his documentary, there's like, hey, we have this injury going on, you can still fight on it, but just take it easy, don't wrestle during training, whatever, that makes sense as to why they're being radio silent.
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't have a reason to cancel the presser if they weren't trying to do everything they can to make sure that Conor can still fight. Because to me, that sounds like you're trying to make sure that Conor can be at the presser if possible. But
he has to.
Yeah.
Do you think if Conor, let's assume the worst and say that Conor is injured and he can't fight. Do you think Chandler fights a backup, or do you think he still waits? He's already waited a couple of years.
It depends what it is. I think at this point Chandler just needs to fight. But I mean, like, he's also waited so long that it would be like a waste of his career. Like, he could be in title conversation if he just took this shit serious. But like,
he always has.
He needs to be firm. Like, I understand it's Conor, but he needs firm. If it gets pushed back, he needs a date. Some shit needs to be in the works. And it can't. Every time you hear from him, like the past year, he's been in the dry, bro. There's no way. He has no idea what's going on, and it sucks. But he needs to stand on business. He needs to let them know, like, look, let's make this shit happen. Give me a fucking date. I don't give a fuck what's going on. This motherfucker's juice. He failed. I don't care.
Let's get it going. It's not gonna happen because he let that motherfucker say straight to his face. He let him say straight to his face.
You'll do what you're told.
Yeah,
This is
you'll
my
do what you're
game.
told. That's
You'll
a grown
do what you're
man
told,
with
and you're
two,
lucky.
with a wife and kids. You just told him you'll do what you're told.
Don't say kids, bro. He kidnapped a bunch of black kids, bro. Let's not get back into this.
Hey, on God, I was just thinking the reason why he's taking such a hiatus, that motherfucker's just seeing the entire village he can adopt with all that Conor money. That boy is big that Conor money, dog.
That motherfucker's trying to build a city. Like, hey,
City.
Nah, he for sure saw the MMA guru shit. He for sure saw that.
And that boy gonna have to upgrade homes. That motherfucker gonna have to get some more bedrooms going if he keep adopting, bro.
You trying to build a D1 dynasty? I'm telling you.
Bro, the fucking Chandler team. That boy.
He trying to do Remember the Titans or something. He trying to get his Denzel.
Remember the Titans.
Hey, that's my favorite.
Remember the Titans is crazy. He's building his own Remember the Titans.
Hey, everyone at our school in high school, everyone had a motherfucking sunshine running around.
Bro, that shit is so crazy. It is weird though. Like it's one thing to be like, you know, I'm in a position of privilege and I'd love to like help someone out who's like, you know, unfortunately that their roulette wheel of where they were born in the circumstances gave them a shitty hand. I'd love to help them out. But it's almost like a weird fetish with some of these people where they're like, I got 4 of them now. Like I'm going for 8.
Nah, his is weird because he got them straight out of a pregnant woman.
Damn, wait, he did like the insemination shit?
No. No, it was a black woman. She was pregnant. She wasn't gonna take care, like she wasn't gonna be the guardian of her baby. So her and his wife, or Chandler and his wife, got in contact with her. Actually, I don't remember if she had it for them or if she was already pregnant, and then they just contacted her. And so, as soon as the baby was born, it was theirs. So they didn't get it from an agency; they got it straight from a woman.
Yeah, but how do you
weird shit?
Like, what are you just on TikTok one day and some lady's like, yeah, as soon as this kid comes out, fuck him. And you're like, hold on. Like, how do you find out about some shit like that? Did someone email him and was like, yo, dog, I know you might love a black kid. I got one for you. Like, what is it? Like, how do you find out? That's weird, bro.
I don't know.
Especially if she was she in the U.S. or was that straight like from Africa?
No, I think she was from the U.S. Because there's photos of Chandler's wife, like next to the mom, and she's pregnant.
Why the fuck would she let them post that, bro? If I'm someone who didn't want to take care of my baby, hell no, you can't show my face, bro. Especially not if you're famous in any way. Everyone's gonna know me as deadbeat mama who just pregnant and gave it to this white dude, this goofy white guy too. He's one of the goofy whites. Have you seen those videos of him with his like ice mask on his face after his fights? And he's got all of his kids around. He's like, all right, kids, daddy's a little hurt, but we're gonna get back in shape. And they're all like, ah, and you're like, ew, bro, these kids are gonna be weird.
No, I think he's trying to build like a troop of black Republicans. He's trying to see what happens. He's trying to make it a legit demographic, I think.
He's trying to build the dudes that like stand behind Trump at the rallies when they need like diversity in the background, so they hire like 3 black dudes and like a Mexican to stand behind them.
I think he's just trying to make a couple Larry Elders and Thomas Sal, whatever his name is, and
Larry Elder is crazy.
he wants some.
They're trying to make a couple Ben Carsons. Oh, boy. Yo, Chandler's a threat, bro. We gotta stop him. That motherfucker. You know what? I'm back on Team Conor, bro. Fuck that dude. He'll do what he's told.
Fuck Chandler, bro. He needs to fucking get this fight over with him, bro. I want to see this fight already.
I mean, I do feel bad for Chandler because Conor is definitely stringing him along. It's like Conor, he's doing to Chandler what he does to D.
Yeah,
straight up.
Yeah. He's telling
you who's been abused.
He's saying, "Hey, you want this money? Well, you gonna let me fuck you over a little bit? You know what I'm saying? You want to be on a yacht? You gonna let me get sucked up a little bit? You feel me?" So I've always thought about this, like maybe it feels better because the fat squeezes it.
This
I don't
man
know.
going-
I don't know. It's just a thought. But either way, I think for sure Connor's stringing bro along, and I do feel bad for Chandler because I think it's unfair, no matter what the circumstances are, that Chandler was willing to put himself out of a game that he was very active in for years, waiting on Red Panty Night. Like, I get where where Chandler's coming from. This is an amount of money that, like, he could wait for a couple more years and it would still be worth it. He would probably make more waiting on this Conor fight in the end. But it's fucked up because this guy could have already fought 3-4 times by now.
Yeah.
Conor is tweaking right now. Get that motherfucker. Somebody get this. Why would an alcoholic? Who's letting an alcoholic run a pub, bro? What's going on right now, bro? Like, first of all, I don't know what's going on. Bro's on coke. He's drunk. I love him to death, but like, it's getting hard lately. So he's got to just let the fight happen. That's all I'm asking. The fight needs to happen. If it doesn't, oh, bro, that unfollow button, I'm gonna turn into one of those fucking Khabib fans in the comments underneath that motherfucker. Dagestan number one. Dagestan number one. Yeah.
I'm working on time.
Penny X.